because that refers to nailing someone to a cross, right? So if Jesus was nailed to a cross, he was crucified. If you say he wasn't crucified, you're saying he wasn't nailed to a cross. But if you're thinking about it, if you're defining it particular as execution, an execution method, then no, you're not actually, he wasn't actually executed because because Allah just raised him up. You didn't actually execute Jesus. But notice along those lines of what the Quran is actually saying, because again, I pointed out that there are multiple possible alternative understandings here. Just go back to 355 real quick. You're obviously thinking of something hilarious because you keep laughing. Hang on.
No,
Everyone, let me go back to AP because he's laughing and we can't even read the Quran while we're talking. But go ahead.
I'm just thinking about how funny it is that even when you compliment somebody, it's an insult. Like you have to insult them.
Oh yeah, I am good at that. I'm good at insulting people while complimenting them.
Go ahead.
Now I'm completely lost as to what we're talking about. Oh yeah. So 355. Notice one other thing here. 355. If you go with the translation, how you would translate this verse if you weren't trying to bring it in line with 4157. Like I even think Arbery's trying to, even though he's a non-Muslim, I think he's trying to translate this in light of 4157. He knows that the standard Muslim interpretation is that Jesus wasn't crucified. But if you just go with how you would translate it if you weren't trying to translate it in light of 4157, notice Allah says, "Oh Jesus, I will make you die." Or Rodwell, "Jesus, I will cause you to die, and I will take you up." So just going with that interpretation. Well, Allah says it here. Allah says he's going to cause Jesus to die. So that is another way to understand 4157. You've got a group of Jews saying, "Ha ha ha, we killed him." And he says, no, you didn't. You didn't kill him. You didn't crucify him. Would that mean that Jesus wasn't killed and wasn't crucified? No, Allah could just be saying, you didn't do it. He did it. So that's one way of understanding it. In fact, let me go down to 817, because if you tie 817 together with that, that's 5117, but that's a parallel to 355. But 817, this is talking about after the Battle of Badr. You had Muslims talking about all the people they killed and so on at the Battle of Badr. I killed 8 kuffar, you see. And then what do you have? So Yusuf Ali, it is not you who slew them, it was Allah. It wasn't you who killed them, it was Allah. Hilali Khan, you killed them not, but Allah killed them. Shakir, so you did not slay them, but it was Allah who slew them. So tie that together with 355. Tie that together with 355, where Allah says that he's the one who caused Jesus to die. He's the one who caused Jesus to die. Now, let me go back to AP because he's brandishing a weapon here.
Oh, yeah.
He's showing off his back scratcher.
Yeah.
So notice Surah 8, verse 17, Allah tells Muslims, stop saying you killed those guys when I'm the one who killed them. Stop saying you killed them when I killed them. And you can imagine the confusion of the Muslim community. What do you mean I didn't kill them? I walked right up to the guy, put a knife right through his neck, and then he died. What do you mean I didn't kill him? No. Allah killed him through you. Allah was using you, but Allah was achieving his goals. Allah was doing what he wanted. But notice, even though it's very weird to say, well, I didn't kill them. Allah did. You were the one who had the weapon, and you were the one who plunged it into someone. And Allah is saying, stop saying that you killed him. It wasn't you, it was me. So if Allah uses that kind of language for people who think they've killed someone and did actually kill someone, but he can say, you didn't kill them. It was me doing it through you. And then you see in 355, Allah says that he's the one who caused Jesus to die. Then in 4157, if some Jews brag, we killed Jesus, it makes perfect sense, given these other things the Quran says, to interpret 4157 as a group of Jews say, haha, we killed him, we crucified him, and Allah says, no, you didn't, in a parallel sense to, hey, you think you killed that guy in the battlefield. It wasn't you, it was me. Because according to the Quran, Allah is the one who caused Jesus' death. The Jews didn't. It appeared to them as if they did. It appeared to them, hence the part in the verse, so it was made to appear to them. And so it appeared to them as if they're doing it, just as it appeared to the Muslims at the Battle of Badr that they're killing these guys. And Allah is saying, no, actually, I'm the one doing all this stuff. So stop saying you killed that person. So perfectly, and here's the thing. Yes, if you just read 4:157, you would not conclude that Jesus was crucified. You would conclude the opposite. It's when you factor in all these other Quran verses where you can start saying, okay, there is a perfectly legitimate way, multiple perfectly legitimate ways to understand this verse as not denying Jesus' death and crucifixion. If you just think, oh, Allah's just saying, hey, I'm the one who did it, not you. Or that you can't actually kill the soul of someone who dies in the way of Allah. He's just going to be with Allah. There are multiple ways to understand this. Or Sheikh Imran Hussein, who he interprets it just by making specific definitions of the words. Killed means Allah takes your soul and doesn't return it. But Allah did return his soul, so Jesus wasn't killed in that sense. And crucifixion means killed by crucifixion, which if Jesus wasn't killed because his soul was returned, then he wasn't killed by crucifixion and therefore he wasn't crucified. So you have a bunch of different ways to interpret this. And you, as a Muslim, you would think, well, if I can interpret it in all these different ways, I'll just stick with the one I'm raised with. But the one you're raised with is the problem. The one you're raised with is the one that portrays Allah as this deceiver, this cosmic trickster who starts false religions for no reason, and who even leads astray the people who follow his prophets. Keep in mind, it was Jesus' followers became convinced that he died by crucifixion. Jesus' followers became convinced that he died by crucifixion. Where did they get that idea? They didn't get that idea from the Apostle Paul. They didn't get that idea from the Council of Nicaea. They got that idea, according to you, from Allah. Allah tricked people who follow Jesus' prophets. I mean, who follow his prophets like Jesus. So, and by the way, in my discussion with Khalil, I was bringing this up, and he was